Hey loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be reviewing an interesting and hilarious movie by name In Her Shoes. This is a movie that was produced by Maurice and directed by Eby Young. Please, before we continue, please do well to hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share the video. So starring the movie In Her Shoes are Maurice and Ruth Kadiri, and a host of other Nollywood actors. So the movie started by showing Ruth Kadiri being pregnant. She was heavily pregnant, and as a result of her pregnancy, she always eats a lot. So she was found eating in the living room when her husband came in and was like, there's nothing else you know how to do other than sit and eat all day. That look at how she looks like a big fat cow, the name big fat cow really got me laughing. The discomfort that comes with pregnancy. So she always had a cup which she spits in. She carries the cup around, and this really irritates her husband. And her husband never showed her concern and love. He was always nagging. He was always nagging at her that she spits a lot, eats a lot, and was no longer, that she has lost teeth. That look at how she's looking like a well-fed cow. This cow she keeps calling her makes me laugh. Her husband kept comparing her with his mom and sisters. He was like, I've seen my mom, I'm the second child, and I've seen my mom get pregnant with my other siblings as well as my sisters. That this is not how they behave, that they had comportment when they were pregnant. Is your own different? That why is she like this? That she should please stop all these nasty characters of her. So when they went to bed, she carried her cup as usual and was spitting inside. And her husband said, is this what I will see? This is irritating. Please take this thing away. Go away with this. And she had to leave the bed though. She left their bedroom and went downstairs in the living room and laid down to sleep. Meanwhile, before she slept, she cried. She was like, this is not my husband. This is not the husband I know. Why is he treating me like this? Is it because of pregnancy? That's just for a matter. Why is he not understanding? So she wept. She felt bad, and when she went to bed, her husband slept upstairs. Then her husband fell into a deep sleep and had a dream. Guys, you can imagine the dream. Have you seen a man get pregnant? Can that be a reality? So in that dream of his, he was pregnant. His wife's pregnancy transferred to him. So he became pregnant in that dream, and lo and behold, he tested what his wife has been experiencing. So when he woke up, in that dream, he screamed. When he woke up in that dream, he screamed that how can it be? Why will I be pregnant? How can a man be pregnant? This is absurd. So his loud scream attracted his wife. He woke up his wife, his cook, and his gate man. They all rushed into the room and found him heavily pregnant. He started feeling the discomfort that comes with pregnancy. And his wife summoned for a doctor. He called a male doctor for him to come check him up. And the doctor was like, this has never happened in the epoch of history. That how could it be? That this might be a spiritual problem. And if they were to embark on a surgery, that he might lose his life as well as the baby. His gate man suggested they call a powerful man of God. That there's this powerful man of God he knows from Equatorial Guinea. that he does wonders. That I think he will pray him out. So they invited the pastor, and lo and behold, the pastor prayed, and he was just after money. He demanded for 5 million naira to pray him out. You can imagine that. And this is what we see with pastors these days. And that was where Ruth Kadiri knew that he was not worth it. And the pastor prophesied that this pregnancy that came to her husband is as a result of her husband sleeping with another pregnant woman elsewhere. Ruth knew that this was a lie because she was very sure her husband never cheats. She had to chase the pastor out of her house. So this never stopped. The maid also suggested of a pastor too. She knows too well. And when the pastor came, it was this select kind of people. He came with a cane. And he used cane to lash her husband that is chasing demon out. Ruth told him that, please, my husband has no demon in him, and stop flogging him. She took the cane and had to flog the pastor out of her house too. So I thought this movie is very hilarious. I had to laugh all through the movie. So while her husband was pregnant, Ruth kept being so kind. She was so loving to him. She kept pampering him and knew what he would want at each time. No, she suggested they go for a walk, and when they were on a walk to get some air, people were looking at him. They were giving him that weird look. He was like, "These people are looking at me. Let's get back home, please." And on their way going back home, they received a call from their maid that please they shouldn't come. That press were at their gates. They want to have a talk with him, an interview with him. So he was like, "The press? How did they get to know?" And it was the maid. He was due for delivery because his water broke and he screamed so loud that he woke up from the dream. I told you all this thing was happening in the dream. And when he woke up, he immediately looked at himself. There was no pregnancy. He was like, "What has been happening to me? Was it a dream?" He rushed down to his wife. I told you his wife was lying downstairs. He rushed downstairs to the living room. And there he found his wife sleeping. Ha! Yeah, he felt so bad about how he has been treating his wife since her pregnancy. So he ordered that pursuit be made for her. So the cook went in to prepare it. Then he started massaging her feet. And while he was massaging the feet, how his wife was like, "Philo, thank you for doing this." She never knew it was her husband until she woke up and she was shocked to see him massaging her feet. Like, this is uncalled for. This is something he has never done since her pregnancy. And food was already ready and he served her breakfast. She was like, what is happening? She wasn't getting it all. He started showing her lots of love and care. In no due time, she was due for delivery, and lo and behold, she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Her husband was so happy. And you know what? He gifted her a brand new car. You know, experience, they say, is the best teacher. So that little experience he had in his dream really had a long way to go. I would recommend this movie to most married men because when their wife becomes pregnant, she becomes irritating all of a sudden because she has lost her body shape. That figure 8 you saw and went for, she has lost it, and changes of pregnancy. Please, dear men, love your wives whenever they are pregnant. Show them lots of love. That is even when you need to care for them most. Shower them with lots of love. Pamper them, okay? So please, guys, I'll draw the curtain here. Do well to hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, and share the video. Please stay tuned for more movie reviews. Until then, bye for now.